So the Fever go into the 6, and they drop a hammer on the tempo. The Fever do what you gotta do with a team like Toronto. They beat them down. The Fever dictated the tempo, and it was child's play. It was ladies against girls. There was no way that the Toronto tempo was going to win that game. You knew it and I knew it. Guys, thanks for queuing up. Guys, you're already ready on TikTok. I appreciate that so much. Ted Dulaney, our correspondent from Indiana, not in Toronto, but in Indiana. He says it's not too late for a Fever win. That is right. Not too late for a Fever win. It is about 11:30 on the East Coast. The Fever are in Toronto, Drake's hometown. I'm not too hip with the lingo. Is it the 6? Is that what it's called? The 6? So the Fever go into the 6, and they drop a hammer on the tempo. Let's just get it out right now. The update from Stephanie White is Kelsey Mitchell was overheated. She is okay. It appears to be that she's okay, but Stephanie White's a big liar. So we're not sure what's going to happen until the official injury report comes out. But yes, Kelsey Mitchell left early, missed, I believe, most of the fourth quarter, if not all of it. She was overheated, according to Stephanie White. It was hot in that arena. Speaking of hot, Caitlin Clark, 24 points. She was on fire, just like typical. Caitlin Clark is in a legendary vein. She is tough to beat. Lexi Hull had a great few minutes, but then she struggled again. We'll talk about that. Again, Kelsey Mitchell standing on business. Wasn't that refreshing to see her stand up to Thug Mayberry? Yes, I said it. Marina Mayberry's a thug. She's been a thug for years. She's in a bad team, in a terrible environment for basketball. I'm sorry. It's just not a good team. It's not even a good arena. They can't even get the AC right, okay? So it's not a place you want to go to. It's a really bad team, one of the worst teams right now, if not the worst, and she deserves to be in exile, okay? Nobody wants her in the United States. She's a thug. Kelsey Mitchell stands on business, got in her face, said she did the finger and said, I'm not sure what she said, but she said, get out of my face because I'm a legend. You don't even have the ability to stand on the court with me. She's not as good as Kelsey Mitchell. So I'm not sure what went on. A little bit of physicality. We did not get an interview. We don't know what happened, but I'm sure people will ask her about that. But really, there isn't anything to say about this team. It's just a really poor team. The best thing about it, it's a great coach. Gonk Monchi, I just wanted them to stop Mayberry. Yeah, right? Stop. I call her Mayberry because she's a redneck. Look, okay? I just tossed you a redneck. Don't get mad at me. It's my show. And I use thug. I don't use thug often. The only thug I think that's in the W is Mayberry, in my opinion. She's a thug. MG with the heart, thank you on TikTok. Guys, I see you on YouTube. Thanks for watching. It's a late one. Sophie Elizabeth Cunningham. Well, since you dropped the middle name, hey, I gotta agree with you. Sophie had a great game. The team played a little herky-jerky early. It's a throwaway game, honestly, meaning it's a game that you can just kind of play with your eyes closed. Caitlin was in the zone. She was doing well from the 3. Aggressive. Caitlin Clark, aggressive. Yes, MG Hart on TikTok, the W. 5-game winning streak. They are perfect on the road so far. I know you didn't think that was going to happen, but it's happening. And guess what? The next game is winnable. The game after that is winnable. I feel very good about this team sweeping their road trip. I know. Desiree, our moderator, is joining us from the middle of the country. Thank you, Desiree. I'm in California. This is an international show tonight. We've got the team in Canada. We've got Ted, our correspondent in Indiana. Me in California. We got Desiree. The team played fantastic. And I'll just tell you a couple of things you need to know. This might not be a long show. I mean, not a lot of interesting things went down, except Kelsey Mitchell was super aggressive. She's been aggressive. We'll talk about that. Have you seen Kelsey Mitchell ever get in anybody's face? And she's been doing that the last 3 games. You know why? I believe She knows the dirty tricks that get played all the time. And I think she has tolerated it. I think she knows what goes down in the W, the little ins and outs when they're running back and forth on those screens. She knows, but I'll tell you this, I think she smells a potential championship, and I think she's sick of it. She is got that dog. Kaylin's got that dog. Hines Allen, Timpson, you name it. Raven even got some time. Everybody's got that dog. They're on the same page. I mean, Ty Harris, what can you say about Ty? Everybody's contributing. They're rebounding. The putbacks. They're in the right positions. And they're playing really great team and individual defense. Sorry, I almost knocked my demo basketball down. I got my demo ball. I just in case you guys need me to demonstrate some of the incredible moves that these ladies have. By the way, we got the winning streak basketball out. 5 games, baby. 5 games. Gronk Monchi. Kelsey was awesome. Kelsey Mitchell with 29. She was awesome. Let's get back to Kelsey. She is aggressively attacking the basket, but she's taking her time, and she's not jacking up all those shots that we're used to her jacking up at the wrong place at the wrong time. She's taking a lot of shots. That's what we want. You guys know I'm big on that. She's got to take at least 20 to 25. So does Caitlin. I didn't look at their shot numbers. They were under, they were over 100 points. Caitlin hits the free throws. She missed one early. I never liked that, but they were ahead. I forgive you, Caitlin, but I loved how she tossed in those free throws at the end to seal it. This team is closing out games, something we didn't see before. They're closing freaking games out. You got to give it to them. They are taking every opportunity to play every game like it counts, like it's a playoff game. They're tuning up for the playoffs because right now, honestly, it is like the playoffs. Everybody is saying that. The ladies on the halftime show said the same thing. Everybody is chippy. They're edgy. They're gearing up. Even the refs are getting tighter. They're trying to get better. They're kind of bad still, but everybody is, the coaches, everybody's getting ready because it's going to be one of the best playoffs, I believe, in WNBA history. There's so many great players, so many great teams that are just in the hunt. It's incredible. And if the Dream, I hit my light back here, if the Dream continue, I didn't check the score, it's been 20 minutes, the Dream, they were beating down Vegas. Becky got thrown out. It's crazy. Asia's only got 14 in the first half. If they go on the Dream to beat Vegas, Dream's helping us out. Dream is 2 games back. They're not going to catch up. After the win a few nights ago, the Fever sent them the message. Fever got the 4 locked up if they keep winning, but they could squeak into the 3. That is amazing. Let's see here. Oh, I missed it. MG is so freaking proud of Sophie. I am too. Sophie is so funny. I love Sophie. Let's see here. Ted Dulany. Ted, thank you for sharing the live. Thank you. We're double digits, guys. A late one on the East Coast. Ramona, good to see you. She said it was a weird game, but I like how they won. I guess that's a good way to put it together. Somebody was talking playoffs here. I missed it. Gronk Monchi. I wanted them to stop Mayberry. I had to read that comment again. She's such a thug, man. She's so dirty. Did you love, come on. Did you love at the very end, she picks up the ball and takes 4 steps. That's how they ended the game. Toronto is the worst team, man. They had a chance at nothing. There's no way she's going to hit a shot that's going to make a difference. And that was going to be a tough shot for her anyway because she was banking it, okay? They were shooting hard and shooting high, desperation banks. But even when she had a chance to isolate and try to get a 3, she picks up the ball and travels. It's in the shoes. Cece turning heads. 4-time player of the week. That's right. MVP, player of the month. Baby, Caitlin is in the MVP hunt. There's no way she is not going to battle it out, okay? It's going to be a battle. People in the media are already talking about it. People are gearing up. If she doesn't get MVP, or at least number 2, and a good reason and explanation why she's not number 1. If Caitlin Clark does not win MVP, now let's just say she keeps this streak going. If she doesn't win MVP, you know it's crooked and she got robbed. But it is what it is. She is on a tear. We're gonna jump to YouTube. We got our boy Kevin B. jumping in. Of course, I knew he'd jump in to talk shit about Lexi, but here's what I'm going to do for Kevin B on YouTube. I'm going to let him talk shit because Lexi Hull played a good amount of minutes and she had an up and down game. She's getting better, but we can talk about it. Kevin B says, Lexi Hull airball. Oh my gosh, did she did she turn you down in the DMs? Did she file that restraining order, Kevin, against you? We know she's been working on that. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? All right. That air ball was, okay, that air ball was not necessary. They had the lead. It sucked. But look, Caitlin's done it. I mean, look, Kelsey Mitchell does air balls more than most people because she takes a lot of shots. Lay off my Lexi Hull. Ramona said, I like how KM defended herself. You really don't see KM get mad. That's right. She was standing on business. But Mayberry can make anybody mad. And at that point in the game, they were starting to get physical, do the little jab you in the stomach, slap you. Even Lobo mentioned it. They'll slap you in the stomach when you're making a drive to the basket so you can't extend. Has anyone ever punched you in the stomach or the abs when you're trying to extend? Right? These are all tricks they used to do on Caitlin. They're not getting away with it anymore. So now they're doing it to Kelsey Mitchell. Because if you can't take out Kelsey, you got to take out CC. If you can't take out CC, right? Then you got Boston, who we're not talking about enough. She is a silent assassin. We're not talking about Boston enough. Without Boston, you're not winning these games. Without CC, without KM, you've got a fantastic trio that's making history. They're making history, man. Kevin B, keep lighting it up. I'll get to you in a second. I can only take Kevin in so many doses. Oh, my gosh. I'm watching on TikTok says, Lexi not good enough for Fever. No, to be honest, you're fooling yourself. She's a fantastic player. Any team would start Lexi Hull. Any team would start Lexi Hull. And that's how you know if a player really is the player we think they are. Just imagine them going to another team. They're starting. Okay, so Lexi Hull has tons of value. She's a great starter. She hustles. And you're winning with her. Come on, man. You guys want to talk shit about her, but you're winning with her. You're winning with everybody. There's no reason to be down about anybody on this team. They're all contributing. They're only human. What do you want, dudes? 5-game winning streak. They're in the 4th. They're moving up to the 3rd. What do you guys want, man? What do you want? I just don't know what you want. You want everyone to be perfect? Well, take a look in the mirror because you guys are the least thing for perfect that are criticizing her. Come on. Back to that. Kevin B on YouTube. I hate talking. I just hate talking about this, but we got to. We have to be fair about it. Kevin B, Lexi has a negative impact. You tell me. Have you seen the numbers? Have you seen the point differential when she's in and when she's not? You tell me. I thought her point differentials is solid. I'm not being facetious. I thought it was. Check it out and let me know. Lexi Hull is a driving force for that success. Gronk Monchi on TikTok. CC is a rising tide in the W. She's bringing everybody up. Look, Toronto now has a team. Okay? Thank you, Caitlin Clark. Cleveland will have a team. Thank you, Caitlin Clark. I thought Patrick Mahomes, isn't he trying to get a W or is that soccer? But if he does, thank you, Caitlin Clark. They're all getting paid more money. Thank you, Caitlin Clark. Rebecca Lobo, we'll get back to that. I'm sorry I'm having some technical difficulties with the stream. So if I'm buffering, I'm still here. Rebecca Lobo was saying that they were hitting, I think it was Sophie in the stomach. They were playing dirty. And that's the only way teams like that can get in with the Fever, get back in. Now the Fever, they used to take the bait. Right? They used to get ragey and all that stuff, but they're not taking the bait anymore. They're staying focused on business, except Kelsey Mitchell. She was pissed off. Oh, my gosh. Back to TikTok. Ramona Lira, it should be KB, AB, KM, AB, CC, KK, SC to start. That would be good, I think. I'm not against that, and sometimes you'll see that. I'm really surprised that Kelsey Mitchell was able to score 29. I really thought, well, I mean, she's amazing, but I thought Stephanie White was going to start cutting some minutes in a game like that. You don't need full minutes, but Kelsey did take a quarter off, so that's good. Caitlin played less minutes. You're going to start to see that, and even with less minutes, think about that. Kelsey played 3 quarters. with less minutes, they are still breaking records and doing historic things every time. They're doing historic things. Guys, thanks for watching on YouTube. Ted, we'll get back to you in a second. YouTube, we've got Kevin B. Ty Harris needs to start over Lexi Hull. Well, Kevin, you don't understand how that works. That would not work in the lineup. It just wouldn't make sense because they're two different kinds of players. Not disrespecting your suggestion, but they're two different kinds of players. It's a guard versus a forward, and you can't do that on starting. You're not going to start Ty Harris because you're starting Kelsey and Caitlin. Ted Dulaney, our correspondent from Indiana. Amen, brother. Thank you. So many better coaches watching from home. In their beanbag chair. I know, right? Everyone, I know, right? Like what blows my mind, and I can appreciate it. Everybody's a critic, and I'm a very strong critic. And look, I'll be honest. I want to stay honest for you guys, and I think the feedback shows me that you appreciate that. And my honesty is this tonight. Sure, Lexi Hull is struggling this year. No one knows it more than her, but she played a solid first part of the game. She's getting better. But again, she needs to have consistent minutes. Everybody's playing well. It's very hard to get minutes on this team. Ty Harris said that herself. When I get in, I do whatever Caitlin wants. I do whatever Stephanie wants. You have to know your role. Lexi Hull knows her role. But here's the other thing I have to say. You guys are winning. The Fever are winning. They're winning the games they should win. And look, I'll put it on me. I hate Stephanie White. I wish she would just get an Uber and go to another city. Stay in Toronto. Don't come back. Pull the passport. But she's winning. So I got to stop talking shit about her. And you guys got to stop talking shit about Lexi Hull. They're winning. If they were losing, that would be a different story. It's a different conversation. But winning solves everything. Why are you in this business? You're in it to win, not to sit around and get minutes and talk about stats, which is great. But you guys get confused on stats. Look, if a guy or a gal comes into a game and they play 5 minutes and they have 0 contributions and the team wins, I don't care about that. The team's winning. I know, but you got to win. The goal is to win. Have I said it enough? Okay. Kevin B, back to YouTube. I only watch a WNBA when Cece's playing, but I'm frustrated with her turning down and second guessing her shots. Kevin, interesting point. Last year I would be on board with you, but it's not like it was last year. Caitlin Clark is very focused. She's aggressive. I think she's making better decisions quicker than ever before. You know what I like? Ronco, Roku or whatever his name, the teacher's pet of the WNBA, when he's announcing the game, he said, Caitlin Clark has video game vision. That was pretty freaking cool. I love that. I was like, yeah, I love that. That's what I want to see. I want to see creative announcing, and I want to see truth in announcing. That was the truth in announcing. No one else you can say that about. No one else. Win City Raider, good to see you. Thanks for coming back. We're going to be talking football soon, my friend. Hot comb survivor. What is that? Does that mean you're like a hairdresser thing? I like that. Let's see. Who's her Tammy? Lexi defense. Josh, you're right. Josh on TikTok. Lexi plays fantastic defense. Josh, you got to tell these jokers. They're not listening to me. Maybe listen to you. Hot comb survivor. Sophie is not a threat. Hot combs. Sophie's not a threat. You mean she's not a offensive threat? Because that's not correct. A defensive threat? Well, that's not correct. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Maybe you're trying to say somebody else. Sophie Cunningham is a really good player, one of the best in the WNBA. So I'm not sure if you're watching the same game, but I appreciate your comment. Ramona Lira on TikTok, they said it was hot in that place. It was good. They rested Cam. Yeah, apparently. Well, look, the problem is that you're jamming so many people in there. It is the summertime everywhere, and those ACs are not going to really help those capacities. So can you imagine how much that AC bill is? But I don't want anyone getting hurt, so sit them out. Like heat stroke's a big deal, especially Kelsey Mitchell. She has a medical condition where her body can break down if she's overextended, from what I know. So I hope she feels better. But Stephanie White in the press conference before I got on said she just had a heat moment. She kept it very general, but she still didn't know the details. Bev Ant Tant. All right, thank you on TikTok. You may have already spoke about it, but why did Kelsey Mitchell leave in the fourth? I just mentioned it. She had a heat exhaustion moment, according to Stephanie White. Stephanie, in the press conference, that was the first question they asked her. She said Kelsey Mitchell had a heat exhaustion moment, and that's why she went in the back. It was very sudden. but she didn't know exactly the details. So we'll see if it's worse. They might sit her out a game. Who knows? I mean, right now, I'm okay with that when you're on this winning streak. I mean, yes, you're in the hunt, but in the long run, I think you need healthy people. Ramona Lira on TikTok. I'm glad Cece's controlling her anger with the referee. She's doing real good. She is. Now it's Kelsey Mitchell that's getting all angry. She was like, you guys got to check out my TikTok. I had to do it. I'm sorry, a short. I get I do both, but I had to do a YouTube short of Kelsey Mitchell getting into Thug Mayberry's face. That was a thing of beauty. And the camera work, that was legendary. Shout out to ESPN. That was fantastic camera work. Kelsey Mitchell was making a point, and Mayberry knew she was in trouble. She looked like she was getting scared a little bit there. That was pretty funny. Guys, thanks for following on TikTok. No new followers, but that's okay. It's a late night game. But if you haven't followed me, please consider following me on TikTok. We're going to do football. It's not just basketball. Guys, thanks for watching on YouTube. Guys, the numbers have been incredible. Another 100 followers overnight on TikTok. Thank you. Just incredible numbers. I got to I got to shout that out. This month alone, 660,000 views on TikTok. I'm sorry, YouTube. TikTok's blown up too. Thank you guys. YouTube is just really blowing up. Thank you. I appreciate everything. You're hyping my videos. Thank you. If you haven't hyped my videos, hyping your video is great. If you haven't done a super chat to contribute, no worries. Just like, post a comment, share or hype my video, interact with my content. Thank you so much. It would be amazing. Mitchell from Texas. What's up? Love me some Texas. I was there last month. Huge Fever fan of Texas, girl. Yeah. Hope they're ready for the Texas Heat. Oh, that's right. They're playing Dallas. Is it? In 2 games, right? You got New York and Dallas, or the other way around? I know. Texas Heat. So I missed it. I was there last month. I missed it. I love Dallas. I miss Dallas. Kevin B on YouTube. His starting lineup is CC, KM, Ty, TY. I keep forgetting who's TY again. I always get mixed up. Help me out here. And KKAB. I know. I should know. TY. You guys did that to me last time. I disagree with their starting lineup. I like what they're doing right now. Kevin B. I only watch when. Oh, I read that. Another one. Nobody's paying whole billings that much money and starting them. Whole can't even start in Unrivaled. Kevin, Unrivaled doesn't count. Don't even bring that shit to me. That's fake. That's fake shit. We're not going to talk about Unrivaled. 2 new followers on TikTok. Thank you for responding, guys. Appreciate that. Guys, by the way, we're live on YouTube and TikTok, simulcasting. If you're late to the stream on TikTok, go to Jason J. Daniel on YouTube. You can watch the whole broadcast and all of our lives. We've been really good, Desiree. We've been putting together a live for pretty much every game for like a month. We've been doing great. It's a big sacrifice. We both had family things today. She had kid things. I had kid things, but we put it together. Guys, thank you for the hearts. Appreciate that. 1,000 hearts. Guys, Desiree's our moderator. If you hear me saying Desiree, she moderates the TikTok chat. I moderate the YouTube chat. But if you want to give me a super chat for $5, I'll let you moderate the YouTube chat. I'll give you power. You can do whatever you want to these people. Mitch, let's see here. Thank you, Gonk Monchi. Thank you for watching. Appreciate that. And Bevan, thank you for following. Both of you following. Ty Harris. I know he said TY, so he means Ty. Okay, sorry. I thought he was doing. I know. Thank you. Every time you guys do TY for Ty Harris, but you're doing initials for everybody else, I get lost. Sorry. I was thinking H, right? Ty Harris can't start here. Okay, I appreciate what you're saying, Kevin, but here's the thing. Let me help you. Basketball has certain rules, okay? You can only start 3 forwards and 2 guards. In the WNBA, you don't really have shooting guard, point guard separation. They're kind of interchangeable. Other leagues have more of a separation. It's a different body style and style of play, and position style and strategy style. You can't have Ty Harris, Kelsey Mitchell, and Caitlin Clark starting. Now, you could possibly have them on the floor together in a game because you're doing a quicker matchup thing. It's not recommended because then you don't have enough forwards for defense. I'm just saying, but you can't start with 3 guards, okay? Hopefully I helped you. I'm not trying to be that guy, but that's kind of a thing you need to know. That I'm here to educate. Forever Swifty's giving us the old salute because she's working hard. Guys, thank you for watching. Double digits on TikTok. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Kevin B said, Jason, I would destroy you in fantasy. Kevin B, Put your money where your mouth is, dude. All you got to do is pay $2.99. I'm not even going to charge you full price, Kevin. It's $9.99, but just pay $2.99. You're in. Okay? I'd love to destroy you in fantasy football. And you'd never not want to play it again with us. You'll never not want to be in our league. So Desiree will work you. I'll work you like a puppet. Bring it on, baby. Bring it on. Sounds like you need some. Look, I'll just say this. I'm sure all of the audience believes you need to learn your lessons. Okay, I'll teach you. But yeah, dude, buy a membership, you're in. I'm not going to give it to you for free. Buy a membership. Because I've already given enough free ones out, but everyone else is buying memberships, so buy a membership. It's going to be dope. I can't believe football season starts like 2 weeks or something. It's crazy. It's crazy. Charles Taylor on the old TikTok machine. Those disrespecting the Fever will learn. That's right, Charles. They will learn. And that's why we're here. Me and you will team up. We'll do a superhero team up, and we'll teach them what they need to know. This team is one of the best teams that's ever been put together in the history of the WNBA. And I will go a step further and say the history of basketball. You tell me. Give me a team that's better. You can't. You can give me a team that's just as good or that's won titles, but if you want to grab a team at this level that has not won a title yet, this is one of the best years a team could ever have. Look at where they started. They were having all sorts of chaos and drama, but look where they are now. Not even Stephanie White can divide them, and she's really tried. And you know what's even better? Is Stephanie White has not been able to turn the fans off. She's tried, but we're still here. We're still putting in our effort. Everybody's got to put in an effort. Me, you, the fans, Stephanie, everybody. From the person that prepares the equipment to the trainers to the coaches, everybody. It's a team effort. That's why everybody wears a ring. Do you know that? Most cases, a lot of people, even the staff will win a ring if they get to the championship because it takes a village. Charles, thanks for joining, my friend. If you haven't followed me, follow me. Charles says Stephanie White is good for the Fever, actually. Hey, dude, she's winning. She's winning. She's winning. Can't win for losing, says Houston Comets, 4-time champions. All right, well, I can work with that, but I said that has not won a championship. I'm just talking about one of the best teams before winning a championship. All right, I gave you that caveat. I can't say they're better than the championship team because they haven't won a ring, but it's one of the best teams that's been put together on the way to a championship run. Now, I could be wrong, and I could be overstating it because it's coming off a win. Look, they lose 3 straight. You know I'm going to be down on it, right? Charles Taylor, I like her seriousness and sense of urgency in the touchline. Are you talking about Stephanie White? Or maybe she's talking about Stephanie? I'll just say they've all got that sense of urgency. They really do. Look, you got 8 games left, and you've got Kelsey Mitchell in Mayberry's face, like seriously wanting to fight her. You don't get that when you don't have a team that's sniffing at least a title run. They have a shot to make a title run. Not saying they'll be in the finals, but the finals will be very interesting, and we'll get into that in a second. Oh, Charles on TikTok, talking about Stephanie White. I agree with you. Yeah, look, Stephanie White, as long as she cuts down on the over-the-top attacking the fans about you're not being, whatever, inclusive enough, if she lays off that stuff, because we are, come on. We are inclusive. We're not paying money for the W. If you're not watching the W, if you're not part of that culture, you don't have to fit the mold. My point is that if Stephanie White stays off that personal shit and stops saying weird stuff about her team and keeps her mouth under control, she's going to have a smoother ride. That's really her biggest problem is she can't stop talking and saying dumb shit. But I think at this point, as they get closer, every day counts. The urgency is there. And pretty soon, you're going to be in the actual playoffs, right? Miss Kate's 22. I love your handle. Hi, I'm a fan here in the Philippines. Thank you so much for watching. I told you guys this was international when we started. We've got everybody across the country. It's a thing of beauty. Now we got the Philippines chiming in. We got Toronto, teams in Toronto. We got Ted in Indiana. We got Desiree in OK. Me in California. It's a team effort, guys. Can't win for losing. Caitlin can win, which I do appreciate your basketball knowledge, by the way. Can't win for losing. Caitlin can win MVP if Kelsey Mitchell is out and she can lead them to, oh, you're saying that Kelsey championship. Well, Kelsey she's number 2 in scoring. Caitlin's 3. I think, is it Asia's 1? I'll look at my app because things change. In fact, the playoffs could change tonight if, Kelsey, so many things in my head. If the Aces lose to that fraud, Angel Reese, Canada's back, by the way. She played tonight, so which is making a huge difference. So thank God they didn't have Canada 2 nights ago. I'll take that all day long. I'm opening up my trusty W app, only $15 a month. Charles is watching from Guyana. Charles Taylor. Well, if you're in Guyana, I salute you, my friend. All right. Oh, wow. Good news for us, Fever fans. Now we got to be scoreboard watching. So you got to root for ATL right now. In the fourth quarter, 3 minutes to go. ATL is up 86-78, but there's still time. You can't count out the Aces, but Becky Hammond got thrown out. If you didn't see that, she got all crazy because Wilson didn't get a foul, which was weird to me because it wasn't a clear foul call, but Hammond did. But here's the thing. She is a genius coach. She did it to fire up her team because she knows they can't drop this game because they're going to start losing ground in the playoffs. She knows you start dropping games like this, you could fall out of home court advantage. They have home court right now, potentially. So she got thrown. That's what I want Stephanie to do. Get thrown out when Caitlin doesn't get a call. Send a message to your team. But back to Kelsey Mitchell and the MVP. Can't win for losing. That's a good point. But see, Caitlin has the assists lead. Caitlin has other things that she, other intangibles. You take Caitlin off that team, you're not winning. You take Kelsey off that team, you're not winning. So there's a balance. It might come down to whoever likes Caitlin more than Mitchell. It might come down to that, right? Now here's something that happens. A team makes the finals. They win the championship. You give one of them finals MVP. You give one of them MVP of the year. That could happen too. Hey, I'm thinking big. Guys, thank you so much for watching on TikTok and YouTube. We've been on for a half hour. We go another 10 minutes. Guys, thanks for watching. Kevin B said on YouTube, my team name would be Justine Pinche's Avengers. That's actually a great name. I change my name every week in fantasy. Desiree doesn't, but I changed mine. Dude, Kevin, here's the thing, dude. Honestly, now that you've challenged me on fantasy football, if you don't buy a subscription for $2.99 and play me, you have no credibility with me, dude. So I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself. You're talking some mad shit to me. If you don't join our league, I mean, what, participation trophy? Like, you're not a man of your word? Okay, I'm putting it out there. If you don't join the league, dude, after football season or after the league starts and you come and start talking garbage about the team, I'm not going to take you seriously because you're not putting your money where the mouth is. I'm giving you a discount. I can't do it for free because everyone needs to have skin in the game. Charles Taylor on TikTok. Very bad situation. I have 2 players from the same team being in contention. Never ends well. Well, Charles, last year I was agreeing with you. In fact, I did a number of clips and videos on they can't coexist. Two years ago, I was believing that. I didn't want Kelsey Mitchell to come back last year or this year, but she did. And they are coexisting. And they did it. The odds were against it because you're right, Charles. You're right. 2 really good alphas. Well, KM's not much of an alpha compared to Kelsey, but Caitlin, I'll give Kelsey the alpha. But 2 dogs on the same team that need the rock, it's really tough to have them coexist. And they're pulling it off. Kevin B says, I have as much credibility as Lexi. Okay, I'm done, Kevin. We're not talking. I'm not. You're not serious, honestly. And if there's one thing you cannot mess with, it's fantasy football, baby. So Kevin B, I'm not reading your comments tonight. You're not serious. You said you challenged me, and I gave you an opportunity, and now you're backing down. Don't make me drop a coward on you. Don't make me do that. I will. Forever a Swifty, our moderator, Desiree's amazing. Look at that. Kevin B just got put in his place right there. Dude, money where your mouth is. Desiree, Desiree, we don't play, man. Fantasy football, we don't play. Charles Taylor, the dream is taking this one. Let's see here. Yep. Oh, 92-82. It is a wrap. 1 minute left. Woo! Okay. So we'll look at the standings in a few minutes, but here's where we're at. Indiana. Right now, Indiana's in the 3. Woo! Man, that's great. Right now, after this win, the Fever are in number 3. Check that out, you guys. Check that out, haters. The Indiana Fever are now in the 3 spot, not the 4, in the 3 spot. I told you they could do it. And now, if Las Vegas loses, that's even another half game the Fever have on them. Look at that. The Indiana right now, they're only a game back from Vegas. Vegas loses, they have a whole game up on 3rd. That is fantastic. I love that. Golden State, 25 wins. Then the 2nd spot. Indiana, they're in this 3rd spot at 24 wins. Indy's got too many extra losses, but so they can't overtake 2 without continuing this winning streak. Guys, the magic number is 8 at this moment to hold on to the 4th. I know the numbers get tricky. I'm trying to guide you through it. As every day and every game goes by, the numbers are going to get even more interesting. But all you need to know is if they keep winning, the Fever have their fate, their destiny in their hands. Charles Taylor, thank you for giving me the update on the dream. Anna 08, good to see you. Thank you, Anna, for jumping in. Woohoo! Anna says, just joined, but go Fever. Got a little rough, but a win is a win. I know. Oh, this is a cold one. I haven't even opened it up yet. I know. We all start getting a little shaky when they start letting the team back in. But come on. No one thought Toronto was going to win that game. Now, it's not a catch game. Catch games are where or a trap game where you're like, you kind of go to sleep a little bit and the team comes back and works you, right? You don't expect it. They don't have the talent. That team is not good. The best talent they have on that team is the coach. And I'm just wondering why she's even there. Charles Taylor on TikTok. Aces have a soft ending to the regular season, so they might still secure 3rd. Hey, dude, they lost tonight and the Fever won. It's all about the winning. I appreciate what you're saying, no disrespect, but it's all about winning. And Fever are winning. Aces are not tonight, so you got to take the victories when you can get them. Jam on TikTok. We won 3. Don't want to meet Minnesota till finals. Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Jam, because I was about to go there. Okay, so let's talk about the playoffs implications. Did you guys know, you might know, Indiana plays Minnesota back-to-back at the end of the season? Intriguing. So Indiana has a chance to not only knock down the Fever a little bit in the standings and rise a little bit, okay, or secure 4 or 3, but think about that message it will send to the league and to Minnesota if the Fever just take one of those games. Just give me one. I'll take 2, of course. But if they split, then Minnesota knows they can be beat by the Fever in the finals because it's going to be Minnesota in the finals. Unless they look, you never know, right? They have some untested young players on that team, but they also have some veterans. So it's a good mix. But you never know. The playoffs are always a different animal. You just don't know. So it's going to be so exciting down the stretch. Now, obviously, we have some time before then. We're going to have a 2-week break for the World Cup, which I don't like because we do have Caitlin, Aaliyah in the World Cup. If there's an injury, that changes everything. I'm not happy about it, but they have to do their duty for the country. Cool. Who wouldn't want to do that? But it makes me really cringe that that's going on during the playoff hunt. But it's okay. It's okay. Maybe they'll get some sun and relax a little bit. Maybe they'll take it easy. I don't need Caitlin to have monster games. I don't need Aaliyah to have monster games. Just play, get your medal or whatever it is, you get your cup, whatever, come home, and maybe it'll be a good vacation and mix it up. But right now, Caitlin Clark is in a legendary streak. This is history. I'm not even going to hype it up and get all boisterous about it. The numbers speak for themselves. This is history. Caitlin Clark is making history. So when you got a player this hot, a player with this potential, a player who's putting it together, Caitlin's putting a lot of things together right now that we've been wanting her to put together, that we've been asking for her to put together, and that we've been waiting for her to put together, and she's doing it. So this team looks solid at this point, and that's all you can ask for. 5-game winning streak. That's all you can ask for. I mean, I can't ask for anything. They're breaking records. What can you ask for? Las Vegas just lost. What can you ask for? The Fever went from 4 to 3. What could you ask for? I know what you thought. You thought they were going to slip from 4 to 5 or 6. Hasn't happened. You might have thought that, but they don't think that. They honestly believe they could run the table. And guess what? They're doing it. They got 8 games left, and they have a big break in between. 8 games left in the regular, and they're healthy. We'll see about Kelsey Mitchell. They're generally healthy, reasonably healthy. They have good coaching at this point, great chemistry. They are putting it together. They just won 5 straight, not against easy teams. What, and on the road and at home. What makes you think they can't run the table? I think big. I believe. They're making me a believer. Winning makes it happen. Winning builds on itself. So when Minnesota and the Fever have the back-to-backs, that's going to be epic basketball. That's going to be 5 or 6 really great days of basketball. Then, boom, you're in the playoffs. If the Fever knock out Minnesota twice, who knows? I think they have a road in a way. I think they're switching it up. Not only is it great practice because it's almost like you're in the playoffs playing a team back-to-back, you can get into that mentality early and can change things early. I love that for them. And if you take one, we know they can. They choked against Minnesota. If they had hit the free throws, it's a different conversation. Everyone would have been looking at the Fever differently. But if they pull it off, if they just take one, it's a different ball game going into the playoffs. El Pau Pau 2.0. Am I saying the right Pau Pau? It's possible. It is possible. It is very possible. I'm not saying probable, but I'm saying reasonably possible. And if you tell me, Jason, that's not happening, give me the evidence that is proving me wrong. Because right now, I do not see disapproving evidence of my theory. Everything tells me they can run the table. Think about this. If they beat New York, right? Beat Dallas again, right? I think Dallas is going to be a tougher game than New York, by the way. But if they beat those 2 teams, wow. If they take one of those 2, cool. If they keep winning, sky's the limit. Winning is how you do it. It's about winning. They're winning. Sky's the limit. The fact that they're doing historic numbers, that's cool. But, man, I'll take Caitlin with 18, Kelsey Mitchell with 20 if you're winning. I want to see wins. At this point, it's about winning. I think their mentality is perfecto. I love it. Let's see here. Great comment here. I love this one. Chris Kant on TikTok. I think the Fever are peaking at the right time. 100%, man. They're totally peaking at the right time. That's what I'm saying. Look, I know basketball. Many of you do as well. I'm not seeing any evidence that they can't do it. And I'm just thinking big at this point. I'm thinking let's run the table. If they don't, that's fine. You're still going to win the championship if you don't run the table. But dudes, they were 4th place 3 days ago. Now they're 3rd tonight. And they're 3rd not because somebody lost and they backed into 3rd. They took it. They're taking it. If you take it, no one can take it away from you. And that's what I love. The Fever are taking it. They're taking it to you. Caitlin's taking it to the rack. Kelsey Mitchell's sticking her finger in Thug Mayberry's face. They're taking it. Lexi Hull is still trying even though she's struggling. Ty Harris is playing great minutes. Sophie Cunningham is standing tall under the stress and the pressure of the haters. They're taking it, and that's what you got to do. I love the mentality, especially Caitlin driving to the rack and kind of keeping her mouth closed when it's not going her way. They're doing the things you need to do to bring the team together. Charles Taylor, Valkyries are tough. 100%, haven't said they're not, but everybody's beatable. No one is perfect. Everybody's beatable. I'm more afraid of Minnesota than the Valkyries, honestly, at this point. Dallas will be tough, but doable. El Papa. you and I agree. Dallas is going to be tough, especially after Beckers loses coming off 29 points. I think they're going to look for a little revenge. Dallas is not easy to win at, but it is possible. Back to YouTube. We got some YouTubers. Kevin B is already. I've already written you off, dude. Unless you buy a membership, forget about it. You can't talk. There's one thing I will not let. Well, a couple of things. No misogyny. No hating on Lexi Hull, and no talking shit about fantasy but not backing it up. You don't do that with me. You lose me. Ghostface, thanks for coming back, baby. On YouTube, does WNBA stand for welcoming non-binary athletes? I don't know. That's beyond my pay grade. You're getting into biology and stuff. Who knows such things? All I know is that right now it stands for winning. W stands for winning. The Fever, they're winning. That's all I care about. But Ghostface, I'm a big fan of you. Keep killing. Rib tip and sauce on YouTube. They need a coach to let CC be free. Baby, did you just check in? Caitlin Clark's been free. She's been let loose. She's unguardable. She's unstoppable. She's playing a lot of minutes. She's looking healthy. Stephanie White has learned her lesson. Caitlin Clark is playing really well. She's breaking records, my friend. Ted Dulaney, our correspondent. I think the Fever can beat anybody the way they're playing right now. Ted, look, you know better than me. You're watching with your own eyes. You're seeing a lot of things we don't even see on camera. That goes without saying. Everything you're saying has been very positive as far as their chemistry. And look, they're winning. I think people get I'll say this. The WNBA is so caught up in stats, and also the world is too. One of the reasons is stats are kind of a thing now. Everybody's into stats. The other thing is you don't have dunks, and there's certain things you don't have like you have in the men's game. So it's very statistically heavy. You know, you can tell how good a team is by stats. In most cases you can, but it's, statistical, right? So it's something that you on paper, you may not see the magic, right? But you are seeing a lot of showtime on the court with your own eyes. And that there's something to be said about that. The Fever had 17 turnovers. There was a lot of turnovers tonight, but they're working shit out. That's a team you can turn over the ball and they're going to come back and miss 3 shots. Like the Tempo are the worst shooting team we've seen in a long time. So the Fever took advantage of it, but that's fine. Take advantage of it. Anna08 on TikTok. 70 White finally lets CC cook, and when she does, everybody eats. Hey, I could have said it better myself. Stephanie White's learning her lesson. She's learning her lesson. Ribs, tip, and sauce. Thank you for your other comment. I'll read that. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Guys, please hype up my video. Also, like it. Look, it's very simple to like it on YouTube. It pushes the algorithm. Please like it. Please hype it. It's absolutely free. No, they need to stay out of hub offense. Boston should be down low, up high. She's in CC's way trying to run the offense. I'm missing what you're saying. I hear you. I hear you want some perfection. I'll say this. You're not going to get, first of all, there's only a few teams in the W that actually run a clean offensive set, okay? And you're looking at the top 2, Minnesota and Valkyries. There's something to be said about that. The Fever does it, I think, 30% of the time. You're asking for a lot. I think the problem is, one, Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark are just street ballers, right? They're like doing all this shit, you're right? They're not sitting around waiting for a shot. They're taking it. Aaliyah Boston, though, is a little more patient. And, yeah, I mean, look, you got 3 alphas, 3 animals on the court. It's hard. It really is hard. That's why you're seeing a lot of sets without Boston, and you just got Kelsey and Caitlin just shredding them, right? Then I like how Boston is just like closing out. I love how Boston's just how about the shoot like that one? How about the one basket, the 360 turnaround till she got her shot? Her patience is perfect for her. Caitlin and Kelsey Mitchell, it's going to be hard to run clean offensive sets with them. But that's just how they coexist. So I can understand how somebody like Stephanie White, it's a little frustrating for her. But they'll get there. But you're asking for a lot, and I'm not disagreeing that you want these things. But they're winning. They're winning. Oh my gosh! My answer is they're winning. What do you want, man? They're winning. Kevin B, where's my fantasy football link? Now you're talking. It's called Get a Membership, and we'll send you the link. You can't join without a membership. So purchase the membership, $2.99. Go to TikTok and do it, or jump to the browser. Guys, if you want to join our league, we have a few spots left. I'll give Kevin one if he's serious. I'll just do $2.99 tonight. It's $9.99, but if you buy the $2.99 membership, there's 2 tiers. You're in our league. Kevin, you're in our league if you do the $2.99. So purchase a membership or DM me, and I'll tell you to purchase a membership, but it's right in front of your finger right there. Purchase the membership. But I would recommend going off of the app and going to the browser. You save $1. I think they charge you $3.50 if you use the iPhone app. Now, if you're on Android, you're not charged the extra VIG. But yeah, so you just got, and then you DM your email. We'll reach out to you, and then we'll send you the link. Ted Delaney here in Indiana, we call Lexi Scrappy. She's scrappy. Do you guys go to the malt shop and get some malts too, Ted? Do you go watch a flick in 3D down at the old movie house? Do you still got to drive in, Ted? She's scrappy. I just thought it would be funny to say that. I love that though. She is scrappy in Indiana at the malt shop. Do you get some malts at the malt shop? Kevin B. AB is not alpha. Kevin B on YouTube. Fair enough. What I mean by alpha is as far as how much she needs the ball, and they call her one of the top 3, so she's an alpha on the team, right? She's on the tier as far as offense. But Kelsey Mitchell's not an alpha per se, as far as like personality, but she's an alpha when it comes to offense. Like, for example, here's how you tell an alpha. Who is the go-to person when you change up the lineup, right? Kelsey Mitchell goes off the floor. You're going to Caitlin first, AB second. Caitlin's off the floor. Kelsey's off the floor, which happens. AB is number 1. Usually you might see that when they're blowing out a team or they need to change it up. Guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for the finger, Anna. Texas chick, thank you for the rose. Guys, appreciate it. 3 new followers on TikTok. It's a late night game. They're in Toronto. I went 30 minutes later than I planned because of family stuff. East Coast, it's like midnight, 12:30. So thank you guys. Kevin B, can't wait to kick your tail in fantasy. Rib Tip and Sauce says, I'm a God podcaster. Good. I was going to say, have you heard my language? God would not approve of my language. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. All that feedback is really great. Thank you. I just like to have fun. My style is, I did not think my style would be reading comments for an hour, but you guys wear me out. I love it. Some podcasters bring people on, which I'm going to. I'm hoping to do that in the playoffs. I'm so busy. I have a new software I've already purchased. I'm so busy. I haven't even had a chance to test it. So we're going to make the show better. I'm going to start bringing interviews on and guests on with you guys, which would be a lot of fun. You can ask the interviewers questions. And then I'm going to bring you guys on like callers, so you don't have to go on camera, but you can chime in and we'll have conversations. It'd be really cool. So especially in the playoffs, I want to start doing that. But I'm working on it. But thank you for the feedback, Ribs, Tip, and Sauce. And Ribs, Tip, and Sauce. If you wouldn't mind hyping this live, that would be cool. And also liking it. That would be dope. Thank you so much. Kevin B says, I got the Aces eliminating the Fever in the playoffs with the bit. What are you doing, dude? Why are you even on this live, dude? Oh my God, dude. Sometimes I start reading you and I have to like put my seatbelt on and go, what is going on what's going on in your empty skull, baby? Dude, I'm going to stop talking to you unless you join the fantasy league. Put your money where your mouth is. Rib, Sip, and Sauce. Fever should be on a 7-game winning streak. They should have beat Minnesota and Vegas. Totally agree with you. I love that. I love how when you look back at and think about that. That's a really great point. Thank you. When you look back at the losses, they're winnable games or games that they choked or lost, right? They slipped away, right? So you're seeing all the right things when you dissect the losses. You're seeing where they can improve. And I love how we're upset, right? We're like, you could do better. You can hit more free throws. You could do this and that. We're finding ways to hold them accountable in losses. And that's important because when a team is hitting their ceiling and they're losing, you're like, well, better luck next year. And that's not the way with the Fever. Last year it was like that, especially when Caitlin got hurt. And here's something really amazing to think about. We're going to wrap up very soon. Thank you. Thanks for watching, guys. Here's something amazing to also understand and think about. Caitlin Clark's healthy. She's played more games this year than last year. In fact, I think one of the stats that I saw was she's played more games this year than 1 and 2 combined, possibly. She's healthy down the stretch. She wasn't healthy earlier. She had some dings. We had the minutes restriction fiasco. Thank God it's over. But she's healthy now in the best time. She's peaking. She's coming in, focused, knocking down shots. She's working very, very hard because she's about history. Caitlin Clark does not need the money. She doesn't need your social media followers. She doesn't need the fame. She's got all that. She could retire tomorrow. None of that would go away. But history does. History passes you up. She knows that every game is history. She knows every year is another shot at history. And I do believe if Caitlin Clark has a 10-year career, 15-year career, and doesn't win one championship, she is a bust. I don't think that's going to happen, but history will judge her harshly if she cannot win the ring. Look at Dan Marino. Look at guys like that. Look at legends in other sports that did not win the thing. Even though they were super talented, they never won the thing. They never got to the big dance, and it's held against them. Same thing with Caitlin Clark. If she doesn't win at least one championship in the next 5 years, it's going to be a conversation. I think she's got a really great shot at doing it now. And think about this. When is the W ever going to be weak enough to just walk in? It's never going to be weak enough. It's always going to be hard. It's going to cost you something. I want it to be this hard. I want Minnesota to be this good. And I want the Fever to show me they can beat the best in the world. Isn't that satisfying? Isn't that worth everything we've been putting ourselves through? The money, the time, the minutes, you guys that go into the game, the streaming you're paying for, the sacrifice, the rooting, the screaming at the TV all by yourself, your throat sore because you're so angry. You've invested so much. So don't you want this team to rise to the occasion? Don't you want them to have the fiercest competitors? Don't you want no excuses? Don't you want to be able to say at the end when they're holding that trophy, there's no excuses. There's no asterisk. They beat the best. That's what I want for the Fever. That's satisfying. Give it to me straight. Give me the medicine. Give me all the obstacles. Just give me a healthy team. Make it fair. That's all I want. They got to beat the refs. They got to beat the Illuminati. They got to beat the haters. They have to beat so many obstacles, groups, ops, to do it. So if they do it, they're going to earn it. And Caitlin's about history. Gabby, 26, thanks for joining. Ted Dulaney, run BMC, Boston Mitchell Clark. That's right, run BMC. I love it. I love it. Look, they're gamers, man. They're all game and ready to go. Wake and Bake Santa, good to see you, my friend. Hey, we're talking about the league. We're trying to fill it up. Wake and Bake Santa is our champion, our 2-time champion. It hurt me physically to say those words, because he took my title. I want my title back. Charles Lee on TikTok. I don't think they can beat the Lynx. Charles, you and the Lynx agree, but I think they can. But let's see. They're going to have 2 games back-to-back. That's not going to be easy. I think if you're the Lynx, you're like, God damn, we got to play the Fever back-to-back? You don't want that. You don't want to fight the rising tide. You don't want that. Wake and Bake Santa. As 2-time champion, I can't relate to that. 2-time champion. Hey, we've given you the best, baby. Don't say that. We've given you the best. I'm the best of the best, baby. Desiree got lucky. It's good to see you. We're really close to football. And Breeze, who is Wake and Bake Santa, we're gonna bring you guys on. I'll give you guys a link. You'll have to jump off of TikTok, but I'll bring you guys on, but it's going to stream to TikTok. So what you guys will be, here's what's cool. TikTokers, when you guys join my new software, when you guys join, you'll be able to, there'll be a link where you can put it, you can connect to your TikTok account and go live with me. It's going to be cool. So if you're going live with me using the link, it'll show. It's hard to explain, but everybody will be able to see it. It's be cool. So you can go live on my software, but put whatever live link you want to put in, right? So if you go live on Facebook, you can put that. If you go live on Twitch, you can put that, or TikTok. It's going to be cool. So you can share the live as well and share you on my live. It's going to be cool. Let's see here. Marcus said they got the government. What'd you say? Marcus Jordan, 811. They got the government on their side there too. You talking about the fever? That's true. That's true. They wrote a letter. Caitlin Clark's a national treasure. That's great. Let's see here. Kevin B still trying to get my attention, dude. Buy the membership. I'm not talking to you. Rip. You should take on Breeze. You think you're good? Breeze beat me twice. That's not easy to do. Twice for the year, and Desiree's beat me too. Sorry. All right, Desiree. Girl power. I am Canadian. Just shared my life. Thank you. I am Canadian. I appreciate that greatly. Love your syrup, baby. Love your syrup. I've not been to Canada. I want to go, but all my friends that go say they love it. Rip. Nope. I just haven't had a chance. Rip Tip and Sauce says the league won't let her win a chip. Look. We thought that, but dude, they've been really hyping up Caitlin Clark. They really have been. They've been saying a lot of amazing things about her. That they may try to oppose her, but she's winning. She's winning. Charles Lee on TikTok. They will probably rest their stars against the Lynx. Why would they do that, Charles, baby? It's the W. Here's the thing. It's tricky. The W only plays 44 games, and their playoff system is quicker. So you don't have teams doing what other leagues do when you're coasting into the playoffs. Oh, you mean the Lynx? Hold on. Maybe I misread you. No, you said against the Lynx. Okay. I can see the Lynx wanting to rest starters, possibly, but that's just not how this league thinks. Honestly, these ladies want to scrap. No one's going to sit out. That's not how they think. It's too short of a season. So football, basketball, NBA, Major League Baseball at times, they'll do that and going into the playoffs, but because it's longer seasons and the attrition, but you don't do that in the W. Thank you, Anna 08 for the goats. Thank you for the goats. Chaos and Lip Gloss, thank you for hearting me. Good to see you. I didn't see the hearts on my feed, but thank you. Wake and Bake says, Desiree beat you with what play? No, she didn't. I don't remember that. Desiree did not beat me with one player. Breeze, what are you smoking, baby? Well, I know smoking, but what are you talking about? I don't believe you. Breeze and I go way back. You guys think I duke it out with you? You should see me and Breeze. We have gone toe to toe, but we're family now. We've been through so much. Guys that are new, now we're just kind of doing family talk right now. So we're easing out. I'm just kind of riffing, but, and we're talking football. We have such a great community of football TikTokers that will join our live when football starts to kick in. You're starting to see them pop in and out. They're just waiting to go football. It's another level. So you guys that dig basketball now, if you like football, hang in there, right? If you're not into football, it's cool, but our lives are gonna be a lot of fun. If you're into football, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I am really aggressively expanding, and I am ready to really go hard on football. Chaos and Lip Gloss. I just came in. Fever on fire. Fever on fire. That's right, Chaos and Lip Gloss. 5-game winning streak. They're doing everything you need them to do. Even Kelsey Mitchell's getting in people's faces, and you never see that. Kelsey Mitchell. Hey, Kelsey, how are you doing? I think Caitlin's great. Kelsey, how's it going? How you feeling? I'm playing good defense. Kelsey always starts out with, listen for it. It's pretty funny. Every time she starts talking. Wake and Chase. Breeze, I have bad memory. Don't you remember? I can't remember anything. That's right. Chase had okay. Chase, I remember that now. Chase had such an incredible day. She smoked my dad. Yeah, see? That is a rare, but it happens. Forever a Swiftie. Would you like a See? You guys think I'm hard on you guys. These football cats, these OGs, they're mean to me, man. They're mean to me. Desiree wants to rub it in my face. She got lucky. She got lucky. Lucke. Lucky. You got lucky. Chaos and Lip Gloss. Always good to see you back. Wake and Bake says the rules make the league. Thank you. Is that like a statement or compliment? The rules make. Oh, our rules makes our scoring makes the league great. We have good rules. Now, Breeze, check out the scoring. You have, but I increased some of the bonuses for the real rare stuff, like a safety. I think is worth more now. I think run back to the house on a punt returns one, because I did an analysis on what is the most hardest thing to do statistically. One only happens 1 or 2 times a season, and so I leverage those points higher because it's like rarity. And I brought down some of the point. The kicking, I think I added more points. Oh yeah, so on kicking you get 2 points for an easy chip shot, 30 yards and plus. You get 4, so you can get higher scoring on smaller kicks. Oh yeah, by the way, if your kicker misses a kick, you get minus points now. Kickers are too powerful, so I had to even it out. So now you can't just get a kicker that misses 5 kicks and hits 2 bonuses. You need a kicker that's not going to miss kicks. So if your kicker misses a 3-point field goal, he loses 3 points. So there you go. It's going to be trickier. Let's see here. Wake and Bake Santa, best day of my life. Best day of your life when you beat me. Look, we're trying to tell Kevin B to join, put his money where his mouth is, but I can tell he got scared. He did. I saw it in the comments. His comments got less and less aggressive. He got scared. Let's see. Oh, Rib Tips and Sauce on YouTube. I meant you're a good podcaster, not God. I thought you would notice that. I did. I was joking. I did notice that. Thank you again. Thank you. You were writing good podcaster, but I thought it would be interesting to riff on God. Not riff on God, but riff on the word. But thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see here. You guys are amazing. We're gonna wrap pretty soon. We're gonna have to end this podcast because the footballers are starting to roast me and remind me of things I'm trying not to remember. So we got to end this. Kevin can't handle it. He can't. Desiree, Kevin B, he's talking mad shit, but I offered him a deal and he won't take it. If he begged me for free to get in, I might even do it just so we could beat him. But what's the point? He's a pretender. I'm being honest. He talks a lot of shit on this podcast, but you got to put your money where your mouth is with football. Wake and Bake. Good rule. I'm glad you thought of it. Breeze, did you think of it? Because if you did, then I'll give you the credit. I just did it. I don't know. Maybe it was I will not take the credit. Maybe it was your idea. I'll give it to you. But kickers are way too powerful. And plus, here's the thing. Oh yeah, by the way, a 60-yard kick is, I think it's a 6. I raised that bonus too. Because here's the thing. More 60-yard kicks are happening and more 50-yard kicks are happening than ever before in the history of the league. So I was like, they're too juiced. It's killing us, right? You can't have a kicker score 300 points and not have something to kind of, it's too out of control, because before 50-yard kicks were not that plentiful. Now they are. So forever Swifty, Desiree, he'd be one to bail 3 weeks in the season. That's true. That's why I can't do it for free, because guys talk mad game and then they get in our league and they start getting smoked and not realizing they're going to have a chance because we do rivalries, and we start doing matchups by strength. And they don't realize that everybody has a shot. Dude, Breeze almost got taken out by Ernie. Breeze, you got, I think when Ernie made one move, man, it's coming back to me. But Ernie made one mistake on his lineup and it cost him. It was pretty crazy. Ted Delaney, almost midnight here in Indiana. Good night, brother. Thank you for staying, Ted. I salute you. I know it's late. And if Ted leaves, the party just went right out the door, guys. All right, let's wrap up. I do have to eat some din. It's 8:50 for me. Let's see here. Ted, thank you so much. Desiree, of course. Good to see Breeze, Wake and Bake Santa. Kevin B, always a treat, even though you kind of tucked tail on this one, Kevin. You kind of tucked tail. Rips, Tips, and Sauce. Ghostface. You guys are great on YouTube. Obviously, Lips Gloss and Chaos and Lip Gloss. It reminds me of all my relationships, gotta be honest. Chaos and Lip Gloss, Texas chick, Anna 8. We had Charles from the Philippines, which was dope. Marcus Jordan. We had Lil Paw Paw came in. Love that. Guys, it was a great night tonight of solid basketball talk. Really great talk. So just to recap, nice win. Kelsey Mitchell, we believe she's okay. She did have heat exhaustion. So good news on that. Fever hits the tempo with a heart, beat them hard. Kind of came off weird, but it is what it is. I said it. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Don't forget to hype this video. Give me a like. Check out my shorts. I try to be funny, so you have to take my shorts with a grain of salt. There's a method to the madness. After you watch them for a while, you will understand how the magic works. Check out my shorts. If you wouldn't mind, follow me on all my social, Jason J. Daniel everywhere. Forever Swifty says, thank you to everyone for joining. Have a good night. We do. We appreciate all of you. It would not be any fun without you guys coming back. And also, by the way, on YouTube, if you guys are still watching, YouTube gives me stats on things that are really great. 90% of first-time watchers come back. You guys are awesome. The percentages are really incredible on YouTube. And also TikTok, they're doing really great too, so thank you. Doing my best to merge the audiences and merge. I'm doing my best to merge the love, and it's only going to get better. Let's see. Somebody else chimed in. And, it's only... Oh, Ribs and Tips. Michael Jordan's son, Marcus. Is that why he calls himself Marcus Jordan? Oh, Marcus Jordan 11. Oh, Marcus Jordan 811. Fair enough. Yeah, that's good point. Is that the one that's piping Scottie Pippen's ex-wife? Was that? I couldn't help myself. I know, I got gossipy there. Yeah, so do it. We're doing our best to make this fun. If you guys keep coming back, we'll only grow. So it's all about that. We'll be covering World Cup, every game that the ladies play in. We'll be covering that down the stretch. Magic numbers 8, and the Vegas Aces lost again. So Fever right now have sole possession. Let me refresh this. All right, Fever now have sole possession of the third spot. They have 24 wins, 12 losses. That is fantastic. But there's 8 games left. So if the Fever just starts choking down the stretch, they lose 8 games. It's a different story. So they can't clinch yet. But give me 2 more games, 2 more wins. They're close to clinching at least a playoff spot. They're still not clinching a playoff spot. It's still a little early, but we're very close. And all that. Aaron Wooten joining in late. Aaron, we're about to sign off, but I'll read your comment. The Fever might have to finish the road trip without Kelsey. Prayers up. Okay, so you got you must have gotten an update. I just saw what Stephanie White said before I went on, so I don't know. But since you're breaking some news, let's see what's up here. Let's see what the reporters are saying on X, because that's where you get the info. Let's see here. Kelsey Mitchell. Let's see here. Where did you see that, Aaron? Or what's your source on that? Let's see here. All right. The Fever have not said anything on their official page. Shaquille O'Neal is looking to be the new owner of the Lakers. What? Let's see. I'm getting distracted. Let's see here. I don't see anything. So are you just concerned? Yeah, I don't see anything about Kelsey Mitchell right now. Usually that hits X. But yeah, prayers are up. We're going to stay in our thoughts. If she needs to take a game off, cool. That's the power of this team. So, okay, you guys, God bless you. You know the drill. Please like and hype my videos. If you haven't subscribed, it costs you nothing. Please subscribe. Please follow on YouTube. If you're a football fanatic, we're doing football and college. It's going to be a blast. Oh, Aaron, you're just concerned. Thank you. We were concerned too. And what's interesting is, I'll give you this. I just ran a search. I don't see anything on her. It's been an hour. Usually that's not a good sign when there's some sort of injury thing and you don't hear anything for a little while. Usually that's not a good sign. I'm not trying to put rumors out there, but you're right. Who knows? But she's a gamer, so we'll put we'll put our prayers out there. Take care, guys. And on that note, have a great one. We will be back on, is it Tuesday? The next game, is it Tuesday? Is it Saturday? Is that the next Tuesday? Oh my God. Why do you even listen to me? Let's see here. Next game is the FIVA play on Thursday. We got a day off. They play the Wings on Thursday. So that'll be a lot of fun. They're at Dallas. It's going to be a heat wave. It'll be a barn burner. Let's watch Caitlin Clark raise her game if there's no Kelsey Mitchell, if she needs a break, especially with the heat or limited minutes. Watch for Caitlin have a monster game. Thank you guys so much for everything.